Alright, so we are on CP underscore Snakewater underscore final one. You guys are ready to learn? Let's learn. Just to get through this quickly, uh, I'm just going to go through the callouts. If there's something that you needed to go a little slower on, you can always rewind the video and check back at a later time. So, standing above the final capture on the blue side, it's going to subdivide into left, lower, and right. You got truck over here, tower up here, and that's pretty much everything over there. Moving over onto the left side, you'll have drop down, shutter. This connects into left lobby, right lobby. You can come down into lower. You'll see lower connects to lower on last. Coming back up here, you'll have cheese. The reason it's called cheese is because there's a little mouse hole there. You'll also hear some people call this Z as well, because it's kind of in the shape of a Z. You have bridge, and conveniently labeled, you have battlements. So you can come out here. This whole area up here is called battlements, including the fence. Come down this ramp to the point. This is called second. You have logs or train. Here's bridge again. Then down here, you remember this connected lower. This whole area is called Africa, because if you kind of look at it, it's kind of shaped like Africa. So that's why that's called that. You have a little shed here. Forward spawn is right there if you own mid. Cheese leads over here to this area called saw, conveniently labeled by the saw blade right there. You have window right here, this whole area, and then catwalk up here. So if we drop down from catwalk, this is lower. You'll see window connects down to lower. You have grass or yard right here. And then lower connects to kitchen. Because if you look in here, there's some little like kitchen supplies. And then once you're through kitchen, through lower, or through saw, you'll be on middle. Middle, you have shed, top right, top left, and that's pretty straightforward for middle. I guess you also have the forward spawn right here, and of course on the opposite side, since the map is mirrored. Next thing, we're going to go over rollouts. So let me run all the way back to spawn here. So scouts, what you're going to do, you're going to spawn crouch so your medic can heal your demo. Then once you can move, start running. Running, running, running. Come around here, come around this corner. Make sure when you get over here, you're going on the left side because your pocket soldier is going to be on this side and you don't want to block his arrow. Once you're in here, the difference between pocket and flank will split up. Flank scout, you're going to come up to this left side, play this top left area, try to make sure no one's like getting very aggressive up top and just controlling high ground. See if soldier bomb, you can drop down to shoot him, or depending where he lands, you can also play the high ground still and shoot him and jump back up. Pocket scout, you're gonna come over through here with your medic, demo, pocket soldier, and you're going to do the same thing as the flank scout, but on the right side and playing closer to your medic. Make sure you're watching for soldier bombs because doing double soldier bombs is a very big part of this middle fight. and they will land on your med or your demo, and it's your job as the scout class to clean that up. Alright, running all the way back to the spawn. I guess I should switch to soldier.
I want you to know, soldier, you're doing your
Let me just get back there. Pocket soldier, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. You probably won't get this far. Then pull out your escape plan, and then take the same path as your scouts. Once you jump off that, you can put away your things, start reloading your rocket then. Stand here, get an arrow from your medic. Then you can start walking, get 300. You can either walk up here, or you can jump up here and kind of just keep like shooting some spam rockets. It's also pretty effective if you want to spam up there or up there. You can do either side. Alright, going all the way back to spawn, we'll cover Roamer. Roamer, you're gonna crouch initially as well, wait for your demo to jump, then you can uncrouch. As soon as you can move, you should be getting a buff. You'll be wait till you get 300, then jump, and get as close here as you can. Over here, I like to be making sure you can jump, because your medic can actually give you a buff. But once you're at this wall, do another jump. You can do another jump here. Then you'll be walking up to this top left area with your flank scout. Do a jump here, you can spam across there or shoot some rockets like that. And then you'll be good. Roamer can actually do some fancier things on this mid as well. If you want, you can jump through here. If you hit the speed shot, you can get over here, kind of get into their kitchen. And from their kitchen, you can either go lower, and from lower, you can bomb behind them, try to pinch, or you can just kind of spam from around here. Alright, last but not least, we'll have Demoman go all the way to the spawn point. The health cabinets don't work, but what you'll do as demo, you'll get 260, put a sticky there, jump over to here, and then you can either place a sticky on that side or this side. Give me a second. So place a sticky here, jump, detonate. If you do it right, you'll be able to hit this little ramp and slide off of it. Then you'll walk, want to place a sticky like about there. And then you can do a jump over here, slide off of that, start charging your sticky. Usually you'll get that health pack. Charge a sticky, shoot it across, and you're good to go. There's also a second way to go that I think is a little worse because you're entering on high ground, but you can place a sticky here, do jump to lower, grab this pack, and then start shooting from here. So that's callouts and rollouts. Now, how does the mid fight work? A lot of teams at a lower level are just going to call a time, for example, 9:37, and say at 9:37 we're going to have both soldiers jump across, and then the rest of us, we're going to walk across. Kind of similar to how it was done on Gully Wash. The difference is that on Gully Wash, there was more of a necessity. On Snakewater, you can also play passive and kind of wait for the other team to bomb into you, and then try to kill their soldiers, Your Demoman's going to be shooting the point to try to prevent them from walking across, and your soldiers are basically going to be fighting for high ground or counter bombing there. Word of warning for anyone standing up here at the beginning of a mid-fight is a really good way to get yourself damaged early on. So you don't want to be doing that. Because, for example, a scout, if I see a soldier right here trying to like walk forward, I'm just going to be like jumping up, like meat-shotting him. There's really not much he can do because I'll be jumping around. I can jump like over here, and a second soldier can be spamming that, like I said earlier, and Demoman can even also be spamming high ground there. So don't stand up here until it's the very end of the mid, and you know that people won't really be shooting you or looking at you. Soldiers. You'll notice that this red side, this is more for your roaming soldier. This actually has a higher bomb that you can do compared to the blue side. The blue side, you can do the first jump, but the wall's not close enough. I'll go back over to this side to show you kind of what it is. So it's a lot easier to high bomb as roamer if you are on the red side. That is a slight tactical advantage you'll have. But generally, as soldier, most soldiers tend to land right on top of them. The demo is going to be standing kind of in this area, shooting across. The medic will be slightly behind him, maybe a little over to the side, kind of jumping around here, juking and driving. Or I've even seen some medics standing kind of more over here. But most soldiers are going to land on top of them. But I would recommend instead doing something like a jump where you like kind of strafe around, like land in lower, maybe even try to like live behind, grab this health pack. If anyone comes to fight you, you can just spam the doorway. Or another thing that I like doing is, say you're back here, do a jump off this, hang on, do a jump off this, maybe like a speed shot or something. There's a few different jumps you could do. You just gotta experiment, find what's working, but you can actually land back here, come into their saw, and anyone who comes and challenges you, like a scout for example, you can pretty much easily kill them. And then if they don't come challenge you, you can come peek here and just be shooting them at your back, at the back. And all the meanwhile, your team is kind of walking forward, shooting them in the front. So you're pinching them. A lot of the concept of soldier is that you want to draw eyes. So you can just kind of come around like this. Everyone's going to be looking at you, shooting you. Sure, you might not be doing the maximum damage than if you had landed right on top of them here. But everyone on the other team is going to be looking at you, shooting you, and then just getting owned by your teammates. So that's a lot of the concepts of what you're going to be doing as soldier on this mid. It's very fun, very cool mid. Playing passive or playing aggressive, both play styles work. There's even like play styles in between where you can do a late double bomb and say like, we're going to be playing passive at the very beginning, see what they do. Oh, our demo just did 1,000,000 damage to them? Well, let's double bomb. Kind of stuff like that. Most of the time, when you're double bombing, you want something to go off of. For example, damage, like here, their medic is piped. Like, okay, I'll bomb off that. But Snakewater, a lot of teams, it's the easy mid to just coordinate and bomb across. So that's why people generally do that. Yeah, that's a mid fight. It's pretty straightforward. If there is someone in your kitchen, if your demo man is here, you see a soldier go into kitchen, make sure you call that and be aware of it. You don't really want to send anyone in kitchen to fight him because obviously he can play this and he'll just win the fight. But you need to be watching for him, especially like Pocket Scout. You need to be aware, like, oh, this guy could bomb from lower. He could even walk from lower, walk all the way out here, go through window, come through here, grab this pack, and now he's attacking you from saw. So you need to be aware of that. If you see someone crossing and see them lower, you can be like, all right, let's go forward. So now we're taking all 6 of our players into their 5, leaving that one guy there. That's the advantage you're taking. Or you can also choose wait for him to bomb and shoot him, but that's probably a little more risky. The main thing is just have a plan on what you're going to do before you get to mid. Okay, let me get back on Scout, and I will go over standard holds. Actually, no, before I do that, I'll do standard pushes. So a push would be happening when you either have Uber advantage or a one or two player number advantage. For example, if their demo is dead, you can do that off a 1-player advantage, or if like a scout and a soldier are dead, you can do that off of a 2-player advantage. Okay, so standard push out of last. You're gonna bring your combo. That's scout, pocket scout. Pocket soldier can come up here, and your demo and medic. You're gonna come over here. There's a few different ways you can get through. Usually it just depends on which of these doors is their demo trapping. Did their demo just put stickies here? Okay, we'll walk over to bats. You'll have high ground. This is great. Their demo lingering over in that area? Well, you don't want to walk through this very tiny doorway because you'll probably get your Uber forced. And it won't be ideal. Or like, you can also see if there's a soldier here, if he's spamming that, like you're not really going to be walking through this doorway. But if it's like momentum, generally high ground's pretty good if you can't get through that doorway. Pocket scout, when you go through these doorways, make sure you check if there's anyone in this hiding spot, if there's any stickies, and if there are, shoot them. Same thing coming here. Any stickies? No. Alright, come through medic and demo, you're good. Oh, they're on the point. Let's super into them. Cheese you can also go, but it's a lot slower, and honestly it's not very good unless like you really catch a team playing off guard. Because a team, they're going to be standing back here, see you go in cheese, and just back up. Okay, so we are on second. Say we managed to kill 2 more of them. Well, there's a few different ways going into mid that we can do. The first one, which is generally the one that will get you in deeper, is going lower. And from lower, you have 3 different options. You can go full lower. Make sure you check if there's a soldier or stickies here, pocket scout. Call like it's good, walk through. Good, you're into the middle. Make sure your flank. Oh, this is something I didn't mention. When your combo's pushing right from last into second, soldier, roaming soldier, you're gonna come up here. Make sure no one's in drop down. Make sure no one's hiding in these corners. Alright, good. No one's hiding there. And then flank scout, you're gonna come through dungeon. Make sure no one's here. No one's here. Good, good, good. Help your roamer if he's having any problems. Then come through Africa. Check this hiding spot up here. because people like to stand here a lot. Then you can kind of just work your way up to high ground, help your team fight. Okay. Back to pushing into mid. If your team's just walking through lower, make sure your flank scout and roaming soldier always go the opposite way that your combo is going. So make sure you guys are pushing together through saw together. I said together twice. I'm still learning how to do these, okay? It's fun. All right. Second option when going lower is going through kitchen. Going through kitchen is pretty dangerous. It's very easy for a soldier to stand right here and spam you. For a demo, just to toss pipes and have them land right here. So if you're running up as medic, make sure you're watching if that damage is incoming, and you'll probably get forced. Usually when you're going kitchen, that's because you want to get really close into them, use right here, see them here, and then kill them, hopefully. So yeah, make sure you're watching out for that. The third lower push is actually pretty good, and I doubt you'll see this much in newcomer, but you can walk through here, let them see you, and they'll think, oh, they're going kitchen, let's back up. And you can fake, walk back around here, and then you're through lower for free. That's the old kitchen fake strategy. It's very good. All right, second option, aside from lower, is pushing through saw. Saw itself has two entrances, or two exits, I guess. Both of them are pretty tiny doorways. I swear this doorway used to be wider. Maybe I'm not on the right version of the map. But anyway, this way here, you're kind of getting through, but notice how far you would be away from the enemy. Because the enemy, they're playing that far back in case you did go kitchen. So if you're in here, like there's a chance that you're able to milk a little more. That means not use your Uber, but make sure you're just clearing everything and you'll probably be taking some spam. So it'll be slower getting in through this way compared to getting in through lower. Slower, but potentially safer. You could also go Catwalk, which Catwalk is like really like I don't want to commit into anything, but Catwalk has the risk that there could be a soldier here spamming you, in which case it's kind of hard to get through this small doorway without using Uber or just dying. Pocket scout, get through, shoot that guy, check if there's any sticks. There can be sticks above. Make sure you don't just check above. Make sure you also check like down here on the sides, because they can also put sticks down there, and a lot of people are just going to be like, yep, no sticks, and then their med will walk through and there'll be a trap right there and they'll explode. So yeah, check for sticky traps. Same with like when pushing lower, just check all these things, check this rock. A lot of people like putting traps on this box, so, or the shed. Check everything. Stickies can literally be anywhere. It sucks having to clear all of them. All right, so we own mid. This is sweet. Now let's take an Uber into them. Or let's go into second, be it with our Uber or without. First push, coming lower. This time, you'll actually be bringing both scouts through lower. And your roamer, he's going to be clearing saw basically by himself. So he has to be pretty safe when doing that. Kind of wait until your team is like already through. And then you can slowly push through. If there's anything in there, like you don't really need to take that fight. Just chill, wait for someone to come to you, and then you'll be good. You'll be golden. There's two doorways. Make sure you guys walk through the same doorway, Because if a pocket scout or something walks through this doorway, no traps, that's good. But then your demo and medic walk over to this doorway. Oh, this doorway had the traps. Just make sure you're coming through and checking traps, checking that doorway, and you're good to go. When you're on this grass here, a lot of the times there's going to be a soldier that does a really high bomb to try to land and either kill or force your medic. Scouts and medic, make sure you're looking up. The best way to stop a bomb from forcing your medic is to know that he's coming. Medics, you have a lot of time to really watch that guy and see that he's coming down. You can walk. Like right before he's gonna shoot his rockets, you can kind of just walk the other way, like juke him out a little, do some stutter steps, and you'll be good. You also have a lot of room to surf. Also, make sure this hiding spot isn't as good. There used to be a tree here you could hide, but Pocket Scout, make sure you clear it. Also, I think some of these rocks, I don't know if you can anymore, some of these rocks can have stickies in them. So, medic, just make sure you're kind of not going by those rocks. Okay, so then we're kind of bullying them out, like very slowly fighting. A soldier can do a jump. He jumps from here, does a second rocket off of that. Gets a lot of space, strafe around, go here, and make space for your team that way. The second push, or I should say, be careful when going lower. A lot of people like to hide in this forward spawn, and for example on heavy, and right as your medic walks by here, they'll open it up and kill you. That's something where when you're on middle, you have to be keeping track. Did they get any forward spawns? Yes, they got one. When we're pushing, we have to be looking for that player, make sure they got out. And if we don't see them, we have to be aware. Demoman put some stickies on that door. Just to be certain that they don't get through. Also watch out for a sniper, because if you're all the way back here, he can shoot you. So if you think that there's a player in forward spawn, sometimes it might be better to go through saw. So saw, it's a bit of a box, but if you can kind of bully your way through here, not take too much damage, or if you get forced, you can kind of use your Uber, run up here. The other team will be on bats, hopefully, and you can cut them off. Or if like they're on point, you can just be like, oh, they're on point, they're caught. Let's bomb over like here, so then they'll back up into us and we can just kill them. This one, you don't need your flank scout for. So your flank scout, you can go hang out with your roamer again if you're pushing through saw. If your combo's pushing through saw. When going saw, you can also drop down through a window, but honestly, the cases for when you're doing that, it's kind of, there's not many uses for that. Like, in my opinion, it's probably better just to go lower, get this vision from here, rather than being in window. And kind of just like blindly jumping in. Also, when you're going lower, pocket scout, make sure you check above that awning. Because soldiers like to chill up here, see you walk through, shoot 2 rockets, jump out. They forced your medic and lived. Alright. Now, pushing into last with Uber. Your default is going to be the top right Uber, which will mean you're coming over here. Make sure there's no one in drop down. Make sure there's no one here. Make sure this shutter, yeah, I can close it. Use Uber before you open the shutter, because if you open the shutter and you haven't used Uber, there's most of the time there's going to be a sniper there that will just shoot you and you'll lose a scout or a demo or someone. Just make sure everyone is Ubered, your scout, demo, and medic. Uh, and then get through and either kill people here, try to cross the point. There's a few things you can do. If the enemy team is playing like right here and you see like, oh, they're very aggressive right here, you guys can say, all right, let's go top left right into them. And then just Uber right here and just kind of farm them. But the default is going to be Shutter. There is also the lower push. This one is usually when you're going off of momentum. For example, you just killed like 2 or 3 of them on second. You're leaving your flank scout to cap. And you're walking. And this one, the idea of it is to get really deep without them noticing that you're here. And then, like, say they're standing up here, you get to over here. You can either go into them with your Uber, or you could even start capping the point. Have them be like, oh no, someone's on the point. They go to block it, and then you Uber, they're right next to you, and you kill them. That's one of my favorite things to do. Bait people into your Uber by just kind of standing on the point. But obviously, don't do that if there are stickies on the point. If you see stickies on the point, just go into them. Alright, so we've done that on last. One note I will say, when getting into lobby, a lot of times teams might have a sniper right here. Notice that he can see battlements. If he's standing here, he can see bridge. You want to make sure that you have a player, like a soldier or someone, like he can spot that. Don't just stand here, obviously, like looking. But if you're like back here, you like kind of see, or you hear the sniper take a shot while you're like jumping out around here. You're like, oh, they have a sniper. You want to avoid the sniper sight line so you can come lower to right. That'll be your call. Let's go lower to right. And that's how you know you're Ubering right. Or you can just say, let's push lower, and then you're through here. That's kind of how you differentiate those two. All right. I think we're good on that. What's next? Standard holds. Let's go. I guess we'll just use the red last. Disad. This means that you are down players or down Uber. You're gonna have generally an engineer on this last if you have time, or a heavy, and a sniper. Sometimes you can even have a pyro stand really close here, try to block their Uber. But pyro sucks on this map, this last, because it's so large. A lot of people still run pyro. I don't know why. Maybe you guys will figure it out. I wouldn't recommend it. It's never really worked out for me unless you're like really lucky and they go here. Like the counter to the pyro here is just go left. But yeah, you'll have Demoman standing above the point, medic standing above the point, and like your heavy. And this is on Disad, just as a reminder. Roaming soldier, you're gonna be over here kind of spamming them. Don't die when they walk into lobby. You could just spam some rockets. Make sure that they're using and not just walking through this shutter. Once they use, you can just rocket jump. Get the heck out of there. And otherwise you're just vibing. Your combo, basically what you're trying to do is when they Uber in or come in, You're just trying to go to the opposite side that they come in. So if they come in left, you guys are all gonna go right. If they come in right, you guys are all gonna go left. Pretty straightforward. Alright, on disad, pocket soldier, you can stand up here and shoot some rockets, spam that. But if they come here, you better bet that a soldier is going to jump you there. So don't stay here, just jump away. Remember, when defending on disad, you're just trying to delay until either your spawners can get there or until you guys get Uber. So you just have to do everything possible to not die while also still protecting the point, which is a lot easier said than done. Especially if they Uber into you and then place someone else on the cap, well then you're just like, you're screwed. They're doing the same thing to you that I said to do to them. Anyway, even Ubers. Roamer, you're just vibing here. Or if they start spamming from lower, for example, if you have a gun right here, you can also drop down and kind of fight this, bully them a little. But just be careful, make sure you're calling no one's watching drop down. So someone could get through there. Also on disad, generally you'll have a sentry here. If you have time, you can put it over here, but usually you won't. So just like on this little mound is fine. It'll watch the shutter, get the force. You'll be golden. Also, you can have like a sentry over here, but that's only if you have so much time to put it over there. I never have time to put it over there. Teams kind of just roll my team. But back to the even situation. So Roamer, you're up there. Flank Scout, you're probably going to be off-classing. This is assuming both teams have Uber. You can either go Engineer. Engineer is always preferable over Heavy, because Heavy you have to aim, but Engineer you have a sentry gun that aims for you. Or you can also go Sniper. Combo players, Pocket Soldier. You're gonna be standing right here. You can spam people if they try to peek here. Make sure you're shooting rockets to the left of them. Try to juggle them in. You'll be able to get a kill. Demoman, you'll be standing here kind of spamming. Be careful of a sniper sightline from train. He will be able to see you if you're here. If they have a sniper, you can just kind of have your medic chill here. Like demo chill like right here. Keep your soldier here. You'll be golden. Pocket soldier, if they go lower, you can also fall down like over here and try to spam that. That one's probably a little better than having your roamer fall down, just because then your roamer is still able to watch top left. Pocket scout, you'll kind of just be vibing. You'll also be off classing if you're not on NG, because your flank scout is, then just get on sniper or get on like heavy. You can also stay on scout, but there's not much you can do unless like a soldier bombs, which I guess they'll be trying to do on even Ubers. So, if you are scout, you can just kind of play here. Anyone that tries to bomb in, like, you'll be able to shoot them. Unless they do like a super fast bomb here. Anyway, I digress. Holding second. On disad, you're going to have your pocket scout, demoman, and medic basically all right here. Just spamming, spamming, and make sure you're watching Saw. Because if you see they're pushing Saw, you pretty much just have to back up here. Because remember what they were trying to do with the Saw push? They were trying to get close here, use their Uber, and catch you off guard, catch you here. You can just kind of back up here, make sure they're actually like committing into you, and if they are, you can either back up left or back up right. Backing up right's a little dangerous because a Demoman can shoot stickies there, and oh, your medic's caught in, like, oh, your scout's caught in. But just make sure you guys, like, know which side you're backing up on. Because a lot of times you'll have, like, scout and demo get over here, and your medic's like, ah, shit, he put stickies there. Well, see ya, guys, I gotta get out this way. So that's always fun. Roaming soldier. You're gonna be standing on this pipe over on this side, on disad. And your job is to do a bomb and land on their medic if they're coming lower. If they are coming saw, you can do a jump over here, but it's probably just as effective just to spam, experiment with it, see what works for you, even changing it up a little. Because if you do the same thing on dised every time, they're gonna know you're here. I'm gonna be Mr. Pocket Scout on the other team. Yep, just let me spam that guy first. Alright, he jumped away. You can walk medic. But if I'm like Pocket Scout, I'm like, oh, he's not there. Oh, he's actually way above me. Oh, he's on my medic. That's always sad. Okay, so that's what Roamer is doing. Pocket Soldier. You can do a few different things on this. You can stand right here, do a jump, and strafe all like the way around, like land here, do another jump, get back out. But they're gonna think like, oh, their roamer's up there, let me shoot him. Oh, he's bombing, oh, he canceled. Oh, let me try to get this kill. But that's when your roaming soldier bombs and lands on the medic. That's kind of how you coordinate. And remember what I said about soldier. Your job is to draw eyes. So that's what you would be doing there. Or you can even just kind of like chill here, spam them lower. Once they're through, just jump out. Remember, you're not trying to commit to fights all the time. You're just trying to spam, get as much as you can through spam, and you can just jump away to survive. You don't want to give anything for free. So if you're spamming them, that's good. They paid the price of taking your spam rockets. You don't want to give them any more, i.e. your death. Flank Scout. There's really not too much the Flank Scout can do in this situation. It's pretty much just like stand here, same thing as your Pocket Soldier, or kind of just play passive, just back up. Flank Scout can't really do anything. I guess like Pocket Soldier, you could also be over here spamming saw. But yeah, that's disad holds on second. Even Ubers on holding second. You're gonna want to have your medic standing like right in this general area here. He'll be having a Demoman right here, kind of spamming. Pocket Soldier. You're gonna be either here spamming, getting like the pack and the ammo there, keep spamming, or you're gonna have your Pocket Soldier on this side again and spamming over here. Make sure you're not on this side, because if you're on this side, you can't do anything. This side, much better vision. You can even spam lower from up here. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun. Pocket Scout. Your job, deny bombers. I want you as Pocket Scout to not be here. Do not look here, because there's like nothing you're staring at if you're like standing here. You can't actually see anything. Be up here. If a soldier tries to bomb, you're just gonna immediately just shoot him. Like an anti-air cannon. He won't be able to do anything. If they push saw, you can just like jump up to here, kind of meet your medic and just kind of chill. Try not to take any damage from this because your Demoman, he needs to be the one getting healed to try to stop them from walking in. So if you're here, obviously, you are taking heals away from your medic, and that's not great. Alright. Flank Scout, this shed is where you live. Same thing as Pocket Scout. You're trying to just deny any bombers. See if anyone gets in. Like if someone gets in from Saw, turn around and shoot them. Like sometimes your medic will surf like all the way back here. It'll be really sick. And this guy is chasing. So both of your scouts gotta turn around, go shoot that guy. Roaming soldier. You're gonna be basically living on this shed with your flank scout. You guys are all buddies, buddy, and you'll be just spamming, making sure they don't walk for free. If they pressure you guys too hard, you can back up. If you see their combo going lower, your Demoman, you can rotate over to point, or even like this area, spam them. Bring your heals over to point, but this is only if you see their healing beam down and lower. If they're not there, remember the default is over here. Kind of like Gully Wash where your default is choke, but if you see their healing beam big door, then you guys can rotate your heals big door. So that is even Uber's holding second. Middle, if you're on disad, Medical Man, you're going to be back here. The reason you are so far back here is because if they go kitchen, they're right here. One demo, place a sticky here, or like a soldier jumping here, they can get all the way over here. If you're like right here trying to like beam these guys, if you're like trying to spot too, never do that. Trust your teammates to spot and get ready to dip. As soon as they use Uber, you are out. Pocket Scout, you can kind of be chilling here, see how close they are to walking up, and once they're at the top of those stairs, you also have to back up. You are the one. Pocket Scout, your job pretty much on disad is to run away with your medic. And the reason why is because your medic, when he heals you, he gets scout speed and your medic's able to run a lot faster. Demoman, you are also going to be in this area, kind of blind spamming pipes, trying to land them here as they walk through the doorway, and you'll be able to get some good kills. I suppose you could also like try standing here, like watching a trap or something. But the primary reason you guys are here is just because you're scared of kitchen. If you guys see they go lower, you can play a little more aggressively, spam them, but just remember, you always want to make sure on disad you're in a position to get away from their Uber. No matter when they use. So just position yourself accordingly. As you gain more experience, I think you'll be able to figure out kind of how far is too far. Flank Scout, you actually play pretty aggressive on disad. You actually stand all the way up here. And your job is to spot. To be like, oh, are they coming Saw? No. Oh, shit. I see them lower. That means that... Oh, they just crossed lower? Oh, they're going into kitchen. I should tell my combo so they back up and they play that safer. Because if you don't spot kitchen, imagine they get right here unspotted and your Demoman, he's just like spamming over this way. He's royally fucked. So... Flank Scout, it's your job to spot that. And be careful on disads. A lot of these situations are just like you have 6 players up and it's Uber disad. if you guys are down players, make sure someone is filling the role of I'm spotting this, or just play very conservatively anyway. Because like if your flank scout's dead and he can't spot it, well, maybe you have a soldier go standing over there, have him be able to spot it instead. Yeah, roaming soldier. I like to stand up here. The reason you're standing here is because you're trying to hide for when you bomb to force them. And you're also kind of close to your medic. Close enough where you can get 300, jump up here, hide. You'll be like 250 maybe while they're walking in, and then you can bomb. Other than like if you were over here, for example, you're so far away from your medic, there's no way you're gonna be anything above 200 health. And plus they'll see you if you bomb. Don't ever stand here. That was a bad example. Maybe like pocket soldier. Pocket soldier will actually be standing up here. Your job is just to make sure they don't walk through catwalk for free and they don't walk through lower for free. And like I said, for free doesn't mean you have to commit to it. It just means you spam them, try to scare them a little, like get some spam, slow them down, and just kind of back up. You don't have to commit to anything. If you see a really good opportunity, if their medic is really fast and you can go on them and be like, I'm getting the force, that's worth it. Just make sure you're communicating that so your roamer doesn't think, all right, it's always my job to get the force. I am 100% always dying for this. So then they bomb. Oh, you just lost both your soldiers. Just communicate it. Your roamer will say, oh, well, this is great. I don't have to die for this. Let me just survive, jump away. I'm out of here, or jump to lower. I'm out of here. You get to live. Best day ever as a roamer when your pocket chooses to die instead of you. So yeah, that is disadvantage. Even Ubers, you can be just vibing here. Medic, you stand kind of like over here, this whole area. Your Demoman, he's watching Saw. Scouts are just chilling. Pocket soldier, you can kind of stand here. And when it's even on, generally when it's even on middle, you guys will be the ones sacking in. So you won't really be staying in this situation for long, so it doesn't really matter too much where people are. The main thing is what you do and how you want to sack. So as a good general rule for sacking, bring your heals one door. Like for example down here, don't commit to this fight at all because you're not trying to push with your heals. You're just trying to, like the soldiers, draw eyes. So then when you guys have like both scouts and demo and your medic down there, like they're spamming and shooting you. Your roamer, for example, could be saw, do a jump off this little like ground here, come around, land on their medic. Like that's one potential sack. Could even like come through here, do like a high bomb or something. I don't know. Land over there. Or like do a quick jump off of these logs, do like a speed shot, something. You can get pretty fancy with it. Probably most of the time you're gonna see people go through window, but if their scouts are smart playing here, they will see that coming from a mile away and just kind of shoot you. So window's honestly not the best. I actually sometimes prefer if beam draws eyes in saw, or even if beam draws eyes down here, you can still kind of do a double bomb. It's a little better. That's a double rocket bomb, not a double soldier bomb. But yeah, that's kind of how you'll sack into second. Even, since we've already done disad, I guess we've done even and disad on second. But I'll go through how you'll want to sack into these points. There's a few things you can do. If the first thing you'll always want to do is make sure you spam down the gun into last. If they have a gun on grass, bring both soldiers and your beam down here. Just have them kind of just both shooting it at the exact same time. That way the engineer can't heal it faster than you can damage it. It'll die. You can even have one soldier drop down spamming it, one soldier lower, and that way you're shooting it from different doorways. That's probably preferable. So you'll be good with that. You'll take lobby for your sack. That's so your roamer isn't just going in without support. Like I said, always make sure you're trying to support your roamer. If you take lobby, everyone's going to be spamming, focusing you in lobby. Your roamer, they can be like, oh, this is free. I'm in. Rocket jump here, rocket jump off that wall, land on their medic over here or wherever their medic is. Let me actually switch to soldier.
I want you to know, soldier, you're doing hero's work out there, son.
Cool. The thing about Snakewater is that these walls are so high, so you can very easily just get in for free. I've also never been good at it, but I think there's like a speed shot from like here. Like here, it'll get you fast through the doorway, and if you do it right, you can land over here. That, a lot of the time, catches people off guard. That's part of the reason why you have a pocket soldier standing up here spamming this, because like sometimes that guy will try to jump through here and just take a rocket, stop right here, and then your demo, he has sticks here, this guy is screwed. You can sack in from drop down. That's pretty good. You can even bring your heals on this right side, try to get that roamer to back up, and you can get in here basically for free. They'll never see what's coming. You like roamers standing here, like just a simple wall jump off of that. Or you can even get in pretty deep and start baiting the cap, have them come into you, and then your soldier bombs, in which case he gets the force and the rest of your team just backs out. There's a lot of stuff you can do pushing gully last. Just the biggest thing, make sure you spam down that gun. And if you've done a couple sack waves, it's not working, you guys can run sniper or spire or whatever you want. Yeah, I think that covers everything. We went over callouts, we went over rollouts, we went over standard pushes, and then we went over standard holds. So that is your extensive guide on Snakewater. Snakewater is a very fun map. I think there's points of the map where every class can excel at. So I really enjoy this map. Hopefully this guide wasn't too long, but yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, post in the Discord channel so everyone can see the answer. Do whatever you want. Just, yeah, take care.